right, today I have a Bosch Ascenta dishwasher, and I'm going to show you how to use a Bosch Ascenta dishwasher. But before we get started, can you give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe to my channel? I'll appreciate it tremendously. All right, we're going to go over all of the controls on the Bosch Ascenta dishwasher up on the front panel. But before we go over this, let's go ahead and look inside with the Bosch Ascenta dishwasher. Now, if you look inside of here, you want to first go ahead and load your dishes with inside of the dishwasher. I typically put sharp objects face down, spoons face up right here because it gets it washed a little bit better. I guess you can do it like that. It'll wash the forks and spoons a little bit better, but you run the risk of getting poked by the forks and the knives. So I keep the forks and knives face down. So you're gonna load up your dishwasher. I've loaded the plates up here. I'll put some dishwasher safe pots right here. Some people recommend don't putting pots inside a dishwasher, but I do it anyway. Put the plates up here, load it up. Now, when you're loading up the dishwasher, all right, so here's the top rack right here. I put some cups in here, some bowls up here. You wanna make sure that none of the dishes come lower than the rack because there is a spinner right here, a propeller, a sprayer, washer that needs to spin in order to wash the dishes. Make sure they don't drop below the rack, and make sure dishes on the bottom rack don't come up so high that they obstruct this sprayer right here, and make sure none of these dishes obstruct a sprayer at the bottom right here. And there's also a sprayer way up there, but it doesn't spin. Make sure that the drawers are able to shut just like that. All right, so you want to make sure the sprayer can move around and down there the filter is clean. I'm going to go ahead and shut this. All right, and so once you have all of that in there, you're going to want to take either some detergent, I have a pod right here. This is a finish pod that I'm going to put in here. You can also put powdered dishwasher detergent here or liquid. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and shut the compartment right there. All right, now once you have all that in there, dishes in there, soap in there, you also want to check to see if it has enough rinse aid in there. Now this is very important right here because if you don't have enough rinse aid in there, the dishes will not dry properly. All right, and if you ever have a problem with the dishes not getting dried, it's probably you don't have enough rinse aid in there. So once you have all of that in there, rinse aid, detergent in there, go ahead and shut it. And then you'll want to go to the front of the Bosch Ascenta dishwasher and go ahead and turn it on. Now, there's a button right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and press this. Watch what happens. It lights up. So the power is on. Now I have controls over here to go ahead and start to use the Bosch Ascenta dishwasher. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from this right here, the cycle select, okay? So you have a cycle select right here, and you have some buttons that go left or right, and you can go through the different options of wash right here. It comes in at normal wash. That is the base setting. But if I press the arrow, I can move it over to express wash, which washes the dishes faster, but it probably wouldn't get as clean as normal. You have a half load, so it washes just half of the wash, okay? You also have heavy, or not half of the wash, excuse my verbiage on that. You wash, you don't, say for instance, you don't have a lot of dishes in there, you just load in some of the dishes, and I can't remember if it washes the top rack or the lower rack. We'll have to go back and look at that, but it only washes half the load. It's for if you don't have a lot of dishes in there. All right, so it goes all the way that way. Now we need to go back to this area, so I'm going to go back. So we talked about normal, express, and half load. Let's go to auto wash. Now with the auto wash, it automatically detects when the dishes are clean, and the timing of the cycle can vary in the auto wash because of it automatically detects it. So if it's clean, it takes not a long time for it to get it clean. The auto wash will make the dishwasher end shorter than it would if the dishes are heavily soiled. Now, there is a heavy wash. Go ahead and select that. Now, with the heavy wash, it is for dishes that are heavily soiled. If you have a lot of dishes in there and it requires a lot of power or a lot of extended amount of time to wash the dishes to make sure they're thoroughly, you want to select the heavy wash. Now, whatever it is, you want to go ahead and select whichever cycle that you want. And then there is other features on here. There's another feature on this one, like it's called sanitize. You can sanitize your dishes, all right? That's an option right there for you to choose. To sanitize, you can turn it on, turn it off. The sanitize actually heats up the temperature to a very hot temperature to dissolve solids that are stuck on the dishes. All right, so you have that. All right, and then over here you have a delay start. Okay, say for instance you loaded the dishes up, you just finished eating dinner, and you want to watch something on Netflix and then chill, right? And you don't want the dishwasher to interrupt it by making sounds, right? You can go ahead and press the delay start. So you make all your options, right? And then you select, right, come over here. You can delay it however long it's going to take you. Netflix and chill. 3 hours, maybe. 6 hours, maybe. 9 hours, maybe. That's some pretty Netflixing and chilling right there, right? So if it takes 9 hours, you can go to 9 hours, okay? And then after you make your selection, you can go ahead and press start, and it will delay the wash by 9 hours. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of that right here. All right, so you can go ahead and get out of it. Say for instance, it's just not happening that night. So you can get out of you can get out of the delay start by going through the cycle and then going to where none of the lights light up. All right, so after you have all that, I'm gonna go over right up here. There's controls right up here. There's indicators right here. Do you see that indicator right there? It says that rinse aid is needed on here. Remember I said you need rinse aid in order for the dishes to dry properly? Well, this is an indicator right here that shows that you need rinse aid. When the dishes are done, there's a light that will light up on this particular dishwasher that says the dishes are clean. And if you're sanitizing them using the sanitize option, remember that, there will be a light that lights up that says sanitize. And when it's washing, when it's actively washing, this light right here for active will light up. All right, so those are some of the features, but there's also another feature that I want to talk about is the child lock button. So say for instance, you don't want a child coming in here, messing with the buttons right here, pressing things and disrupting the wash or starting the wash. Well, there's a feature to protect against that. Do you see this right here? It says child lock, and you can activate it or deactivate it by doing this. If you look down here, there is a little key below this arrow. I'm gonna press and hold it, and look what happens. I'm pressing and holding it. Nothing works right here, okay? So why is that? Because it's not going to work. It's supposed to, if you hold it for 3 seconds, because I haven't started or stopped it. Now watch this. I'm gonna go ahead and reset it. All right, I turned it off. And watch this. I'm gonna turn it back on. All right, so I turn it off. All right, so it's off right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. And then I'm gonna come over here to the child lock feature, and I'm gonna go ahead and press this and hold this down for about a few seconds, and the child lock feature should pop open right there. Pop on. For some reason, it's not working. So I'm gonna skip over that. So I'm just gonna go to my wash. I'm gonna go to auto wash. All right, I'm gonna skip over that because for some reason, I can't quite figure it out. All right, so I'm gonna go that. I'm gonna go ahead and press sanitize, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and start. All right, and this is starting the Bosch Ascenta Dishwasher. It's starting to wash right now. See right there? See it? The child lock feature, it's not working for some, oh, there it is. So after you press the start button right here, you go over here and you hold down the child lock for 3 seconds. I don't know. I have to go figure that out. I don't know why my child lock feature is not working, but that is essentially how to use a Bosch Ascenta dishwasher. I hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.